got the question, some of the question, but one of the questions related to one of the four skills in learning a language, specifically when we learn English as a second language. So as you know that we have four skills that we need to master in order to communicate in English effectively, right? So that consists of a listening, speaking, writing, and reading skills, right? Okay. So the question, let me know if you can hear me well, okay? Because I'm not sure if my voice is good enough for you to hear me. And I will try to speak slowly so everyone can understand what I share today. Let me know if you can hear me, okay? So we can start. Let me see if I can move this one. Can you guys hear me? Hello, Mỹ Quỳnh. Viễn, can you hear me, Viễn? Okay, friends, let me know if you can hear me, okay? Say yes if you can hear me, then we can start. Let's see if any. Hello, Ying Sun Ngô. I'm still waiting, and so the signal, if you can hear me, then they can start my topic today. And welcome to those who are interested in learning English as a second language. Please type yes if you can hear me. So it's now 4:45. I try to finish this topic or this sharing in about 30 minutes. So you can have an idea of the question, because I got this question from one of the students. I didn't see yet. Please let me know if you can hear me. Say yes if you can hear me, okay? I read an article about this kind of topic, and I find it interesting, and that's why I'm here to share with you. As it's practical, it's very practical. It's very close to your daily life. You can apply it so you can improve your English skills. Okay, my friends, please type yes if you can hear me. Say hello, Jankoi. Please type yes if you can hear me. What happened? I'm done. Everybody can hear me or no? Everyone, let me know if you can hear me so we can start. I don't get anything yet. Kind of dark, right? Very dark in here. Better? Okay. Let's see if I can put this way because I don't want the light straight to my face. Please let me know if you can hear me. That's the first thing we need to do. I want to make sure that the sound is okay for you guys. I need to switch that light. Like that's maybe better. Oh, why? How come it's so dark? Yeah. Better. Anyone here, please let me know. Type yes. Đánh vô chữ yes or đánh vào là nghe được. Okay, so I can start my topic. Hello, Lê Quang Đạo. Okay, guys, go ahead and type yes if you can hear me, okay? I hope you can hear me. I try to adjust the light so you can see. I don't want it to straight to my face. That's the lights. Okay. Whatever. Can you hear me, friends? Please type yes if you can hear me. Có nghe được không? Vậy không ai trả lời hết vậy. Không ai trả lời hết. Không nghe được là nói một mình sao? Nghe được không? Mọi người nghe được không? Nghe được thì mình bắt đầu. Không nghe được sao mà không thấy cái keo, không thấy ai trả lời hết vậy? Help me, please. Let me know if you can hear me. Try to adjust this one again. Maybe this one better. I don't like it. Maybe this way. Okay, friends, let me know if you can hear me. Let me see if I can type in here. Okay, let me know if you can hear me, my friends. I'm listening to you, but I'm busy now during the no problem, but you can hear me, right? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know, if you can hear me. Okay, I want to check this out. I want to check this out, see if it's okay. Yes or no? Viễn còn đó không? Viễn có nghe được không? Có ai nghe được cho Kheo biết nha. Nói nghe được tiếng đi để Kheo bắt đầu. Yes or no? Still don't see anyone answer yet, right? Let me see. Yes, I can. Okay, cool. All right, let's start, guys. All right, first of all, I want to say hi to everyone. Okay, I want to say hi and welcome to my sharing. Okay. Okay, so the question is, why this is so dark in here? The question is listening skill important in terms of learning a language? So I would like to say any language, if you want to learn it, is a second language. Right? But since we are learning English, so more specific in English, okay? So, but this one applies to every language, okay? The importance of listening skill lies in the fact that you understand what other people said, right? What is that? Like a person with low, right? With low listening skill, right? Will not be able to understand in the conversation, okay? So if you are low listening skill, then it's hard for you to understand what other people said, right? And then if you cannot understand other people said in English, then obviously you cannot respond, you cannot answer, right? You cannot answer the question or you cannot join in the conversation. So by saying that, one important thing I want to point out here is listening is not the only skill. It's not the only skill, right? To make your English better. So including the other three skills, but it plays an important role also, okay? So another fact is that it will be encouraged if you make enormous mean big efforts. Efforts mean you try your best, right? And spend more time. You spend more time to master this skill. It just, you need to spend a lot of time, right? And as you know that when you were born, yeah, when you were born, you didn't know how to speak yet, right? You didn't know yet, but you listen to your mother tongue. Like if you are Vietnamese, when you were born as a baby, you listen to your language, but from your mother, from your father, from your relatives, from everyone around you. They speak that language, right? So you listen first. You listen. Listening is the first skill that you're involved in, right? In learning, okay? And then when you grow up, after you listen your mother tongue as a child, then when you grow up, right? You develop that language by adding the meanings of these, right? Three words. Like for example, if your mom keep saying this is daddy, and daddy, and then you will know that later on when you grow up, you know daddy is your father, or something like that. So you develop by adding more meaning in the words that you listen to. Okay. So far good? Okay. And then you will learn about the sound that you hear. Right? For example, say dad, ja, dad. Then you learn dad. So you put the sounds together to make the word. So that is the next step, right? When the baby learn a language. Okay? And then after that you listen to that word. It's just the same words. It's every single day you will listen to that word, right? So you can listen to the same words every day. Then you know the words already. You know the meaning already. You know the sound already. And now you start speaking. You start copy. You start speaking. But again, the first thing to do is to listen first as the kid, as the baby, and develop your language from there. You eventually picked up your first language after having listened to the language being spoken around you. Okay? So for now, if you learn English, then you need to make English surrounding you. Right? You make English surround you by listening. Right? If you listen to it, you recognize the voice, the sound, you recognize the words, you recognize the spelling, you recognize the meaning. So that is applied the same way you learn your mother tongue. Right? So what you can do to improve your listening, if you are not living in a country, so people use English in that country. For example, you living in Vietnam right now, or you living in any other country, but English is not the first or primary language. So what can you do? Again, with the technologies, right? So we can have a lot of benefits from technologies by watching the clip, listening to the music, listening to the news. One of my best partner in learning any language or learning anything is YouTube channel. Right? So you throw a video on YouTube and try to listen to that video. So as the beginners, you just show a short one, a short video clip. It's about like 5 minutes long. Okay, so you don't need to listen to a very long one. So just listen to a short video clip. Any topic that you are interested in, it's just 5 minutes, and try to listen with your attention. Right? Which means you pay attention to listen to it. You not just turn it on and then you are doing something else. Just spend like about 15 minutes a day and pick 3 or even 1 video clip in 5 minutes, 1 video clip. Okay? And then listen with your close attention. Okay? And then try to listen all what they saying, right, in that clip. See if you can understand what they say. Watch it and listen to that video again and again until you understand everything said in that video. Okay? It's not long video, it's just 5 minutes video. Okay, so you listen, watch, listen again and again. Don't move to the next clip if you not get the other one yet. So just be patient, right? Listen to it and then again and again and again until you understand what is said in that clip. Okay? What happens if there's some words that you don't know? Look that up. Look that up in the dictionary. Right? Look that up in the dictionary. Check it in the dictionary. If you don't know that, check it out, right? In the beginning, it's better to watch a short video, right? As I said, 3 or 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes only. Okay? As you make progress, like you get better and better, okay? You can then watch longer ones, maybe 7 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Okay, so I want to say that again through one YouTube clip or video, a short one, because you are the beginners. Try to listen, try to understand what is said in that video clip. Okay, watch and listen again and again until you understand what is said in that video. Okay, then when you make progress, then you can pick a longer ones to listen, but not too long. Okay, the most important thing is to take your time and relax. Right? Learning is fun, my friends. Learning is fun. Like me right now, I'm learning French, but of course I don't have teacher, I don't have instructor. I learn it by myself, and I just check it on YouTube. I just learn it from any website. But it's fun. It's fun because I'm into it, right? So make yourself into something that you are trying to achieve, okay? All right, so the most important is take your time and relax while you're learning. Don't stress yourself because it's kind of fun. If you stress yourself, it's hard for you to go a long journey, right? So there's no use in forcing yourself. You force yourself, okay, I have to do that, I have to do, no, don't do that. Okay, this is a long process of learning, right? You never too old to learn, right? So there's no use in forcing yourself to learn beyond your ability. Like if you are at the beginner's level, don't go to the immediate level and try to listen whatever they said. And there you don't understand and you get bored. All right, you get bored, and then you end up giving up, right? So don't do that. Right? Just if you are a beginner, check the easy video. Another thing I can advise you to do is to be a good listener and to be a good observer. Observer is a person, for example, if a group of people are talking right now, right? They are talking right now, and I'm sitting there somewhere next to them. I don't need to join the conversation, but I'm observing. I'm looking at them. I'm listening what they said, and I try to analyze it by myself. Okay, I try to analyze the information. I try to process it. So I observe them. So observer is the person observe something, right? When you go to the classroom, as a parent, you want to observe your child learning, right? Then you are the observer. So learning a language, right? If you can observe something in a very close attention, you achieve very fast, right? You need to observe it. And good listener means you don't interrupt them. Let them say whatever they say. And then your job is to sit there and understand, try to understand what the information they want to give you, okay? So I know it's hard to be a good listener, my friends. It's not easy. And I imagine that if you can just sit down and then you question yourself, during the conversation, you will see that people try to interrupt each other a lot, right? In the middle of the talking. Not many people are patient enough to just listen to the whole idea before interrupting. So that's caused the misunderstanding. Right? So, but when you sit there, I remembered when I learned, I took a course in my master degree for human behavior. There one practice drill. There's a drill, a practice that a group of people, because I'm working on my human behavior. That's my major, human behavior. So try to understand the behavior right, for the human being. So one of the drill is sit there only in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, you just sit, and there a partner sit across of you, so like kind of facing to you. They will talk whatever they talk, whatever they want to share. Your job is to just sit and listen only. So you really completely zip your mouth. Even though you know that sometimes you attempt to jump and then to say something. Hey, I want to say that, I want to cut you off, I want to interrupt you. But no, the drill is you sit there to 5 minutes, completely 5 minutes, without saying any word. That train you to listen, to be a good listener. And that is my experience in life also. When you sit and you listen to people talk the whole things, right? Then the chance that you completely understand it, right? The less chance you misunderstand. But let's say if you ask yourself whether you are patient enough to be a good listener, it just train yourself in 3 minutes, in 5 minutes, sitting there listening only. You don't need to say anything. And then let me know how you feel about it. You will feel proud of you. I know it's tough. It is tough. Sometimes everyone just want to express themselves, right? Everyone wants to express his or herself. Okay, so try to be a good observer, a good listener is the second thing to do while you are listening, right? What that means? That means that you have to pay attention to what you see. You pay attention to what you heard or what you listened to, right? While you are watching that clip or video or listen to any news, whatever, okay? You can listen to the radio, okay? You can read any type of content. You need to be a good listener, a good observer. When you read, of course, the good observer, that you are looking the structure, you're looking at how do they use the words, how do they use that words in the sentence, okay? Don't just watch and listen without paying attention. You're wasting your time by doing that, right? Because you spend 15 minutes, you want to learn something in 15 minutes. I spent 30 minutes here today, so I want to share, and I want to make sure that you understand what I'm sharing. Okay, so I don't want to waste my time. Okay, pay attention to the words that you listen or you hear. Okay. Okay, now some people ask me about hear and listen. What is the difference between hear and listen? So in speaking, it's really I don't really pay attention to that. But when you hear something, you hear without paying attention, like something like the noise coming somewhere else, right? So it comes suddenly, you just hear that. You hear the baby crying, or you hear the bird chirping, like something that, and you are not paying attention. But when you listen to something, which means you are totally focused on it, you are paying attention to it. So hear and listen a little bit different, okay? So you pay attention to how people say those words also when you watch a clip. So that helps you in pronunciation or how to read the words, right? Then when it's your turn to say those words, you know how to say it correctly. Don't need to be like a native speakers, but kind of like 80%, 90% that you pronounce the word correctly. So the chance of people understand you. Learning a language or English is not to show how good you are. I am the best. No, this is not how it is. Learning a language simply is just to communicate, right? As you are the leader, you are whatever. I don't care, but I care when you speak that language that I understand. You can speak slowly. You can speak with your accent. I don't care. But I understand you. That is the point for learning English. It's not to show off that, oh, you know what, I'm the best of the best. No. Okay. All right. So pay attention to how people say those words, right? Pay attention to how those words are used to make up a correct sentence or sentences. So, for example, you heard a word, and how do they use that word? They put in a sentence like, is this a verb? Is this an adjective? Is this an adverb? Is this a noun? Or things like that. So pretty much pay attention, observe about the functions of the words, right? Or part of speech. We call part of speech. There's many ways to address that. Okay. All right. When you listen to the native speakers, pay attention to how they pronounce words. Right. So pay attention to how they pronounce words. So if you are living in for example, you're living in the USA, the UK, it's easy for you to hear those words from the native speakers, and then you will correct yourself, right? They don't need to correct you. For example, if they say that word is table, and you say tabla, for example, if you say tabla, everybody say table. And you know that next time if you want to use that word, you will say table, things like that, okay? So pay attention to that. Okay. And of course, how they put in a sentence, right? You need to use your sense properly if you want to learn, right? So we have 4 sense, right? What? Listening. Sense mean like your judgment, right? When you watch a video, listen to spoken material like a conversation or something like that. Make sure you practice that, right? For example, if you listen to a short clip about introduction, self-introduction, then after you understand all what is said in there, then you practice. If you don't practice, it's waste, right? Because you forget it right away. For example, if in that conversation say, how's it going? How's it going? Instead of they asking, how are you? They say, how's it going? What's up? Or things like that. Then you practice it, use it, say it. No partner, no problem. You can just say it by yourself, okay? Okay. By saying out loud the words, you send out loud that word, okay? And all the expression that you come across for the first time, any expression that you learn in that conversation, say it out loud, okay? All right. So if you have any question, let me know, okay? So let me see. So by doing that, you will remember the pronunciations also. Paying close attention to how the word pronounced is important, guys. It's very important because the spelling is the way that you write spelling. Spell, like for example, I say, can you spell your name? And then you will say K-A-Y. So spelling is the way that you write, okay? The spelling of most of English words does not match with their pronunciation, okay? Do you understand that? When you see the word, like for example, image, right? Is like the photos, right? The picture, image. Then the way it's right is what? Let me see. Okay. Let me see if you can see this one. Let me see if I switch this one. Give me a second, my friend. I want to make sure that you can see it. Okay, for example, image, right? So the spelling is IMAGE, right? This is the spelling. But the pronunciation doesn't go with that. The pronunciation is different, right? So try to learn the pronunciation because it doesn't match with the word, okay? Another bonus tip for you is to write these words down, okay? When you listen, you understand, you feel good about that, make it even better by writing down these words, okay? Writing down these words. I don't have a spare partner. Practice with, so what is your suggestion? Practice yourself. Practice with yourself only. For me, I learn English by myself. I don't have partner. Back to 25 years ago, in my area, in my hometown, there are none of native speakers. There are none of them. I don't have any partner. But I don't give up, right? So that is what I do up to. I get home. Of course, I go to school for English, right? I go to school for English. From middle school, we starting learning English already. So I got home and then I stood in front of the mirror, like I stood in front of the camera right now, and I started speaking or saying out loud the words that I just learned in the classroom. I practice it. Whatever the conversation I just learned, the new word I just learned in the classroom, I brought home and I practice it in front of the mirror. And so the mirror is the reflection of you. Between two, you will see that you in at the other side, right? So you treat that person as a partner, right? So you can take turn in the play, like student A say, how's it going? And then next time you just wait it. Student may say, fine, I'm doing great, something like that. Okay. It's not an obstacle if you don't have partner. Okay. Right now, internet, yeah, you can just join in a group, find a partner for yourself. I don't think it's hard to do it now, but of course you need to find the one that you trust. Okay, practice, right? Okay. To answer your question, I know it's tough, but you can overcome that, right? Okay. It's worth mentioning that none of what is written above matters, right? Unless you put into action. Whatever I said, if you don't put it into action, then it's just no thing. Okay, so make sure you put that into action. When you say something, it's easier, but when you do something, it is harder. So put into action. Listening, not just say, hey, this is the way I do to improve my English. It's just listening. Oh, that's it too dark. Sorry. And then you don't listen, right? So make sure you put into action. That means you act out, right? You acting like an actor. Okay. So that is all about. I just want to say it in short that first, listening is important skill. And why it's important? To put it simple, when you were born, you don't know the language yet. You know the language through listening, through your listening. Why you can speak your language, your mother tongue, when you were born? You're not speaking yet, but you understand by listening. Just because your mother tongue, your mother, your father, your relative, whoever around you speak that language, and then you hear that, you listen to it every single day, right? Then you develop by understand the meaning. You develop by understand or know how to write it when you go to school. And you listen that so often that you copy it naturally using it. Okay? And how can you do that? How can you improve your listening? Just listen. Just listen. Right? Spend more time every single day. You don't have to spend 8 hours just listening. You spend 50 minutes or 20 minutes a day to listen to a short clip. You don't listen to a longer. It's just 3 to 5 minutes, okay? 3 to 5 minutes. But you listen with your attention. You listen and you focus on it. You don't just turn it on and then you go in somewhere doing something because you are distracted. So listen in 3 minutes clip or 5 minute clip is nothing, right? So listen, watch, listen again and again until you understand what is said in that clip. Okay? That is the first thing. The second thing is to be a good listener, to be a good observer. Observer means that you need to look at, to analyze the situation of that conversation by writing down how they use the words in that sentence, right? How do they say the word in terms of pronunciation, right? Write those down, and then practice it, right? Create a conversation for your own. Practice it using those words. If you don't use words, when you learn any language, that words will not exist, will disappear. Because you don't use it, you forget it. Okay? So that is the key. So you need to use it every day. So that's why listening and imitating is the key to, yeah. Right. You need to listen. You need to learn. I would not say copy. I would not say imitate. I would say like when you listen, you understand. By saying understand means you know how to pronounce the word. You know how to use the words in the context, right? You know how to make it in a sentence. Then you're good to go, right? So write it down. If you don't know the words in that clip, make sure you listen to short clip, right? 3 to 5 minutes. And later, if you make progress, you can increase the time, the amount of time, like 7 minutes or 10 minutes at least. So do that slowly and slowly, okay? Then you get it, okay? But just don't sit there and do nothing and expect that you are good at listening or writing. If you cannot listen to other people, you cannot understand what other people said, you cannot respond to them. Therefore, there's no conversation at all. So your mouth is just shut because you don't know what to say. It's just because you don't understand what they are saying. And then how can you respond to them? So make sure you need to understand it. You don't rush, you don't force yourself in learning. You just take it easy, right? So learn it slowly, but put it in action, right? Put that into action. That which means that you need to practice, right? Okay? So any question before I'm done? Because that is my sharing for today. And I hope that it's just a quick and simple tip for you. I know that you may know that. Oh, Mr. Lee, you know what? I'm sorry, Mr. Lee. My student used to come, Mr. Lee. You know what? I know that. I know. We need to listen. But you know that. Great. But did you do that? No. Right? So I want to say, I know that. I know that. And I did that. And then the next question will be, I did that, but I don't get any improvement. I say, how often you did that? You did this one day, and then you take a rest for a break for another month, and then you come back and do it. It doesn't work that way. It needs to be consistent. Consistent means you do it the same thing every single day. So you make it a habit. When you make it a habit, it's hard. It's hard to get away from it. So you know what I mean, right? So practice, make it consistent. Consistent means same thing every day, do 15 minutes, every day do 15 minutes. Don't do 15 minutes today and take a break for a month and do like an hour next month. No, your brain cannot function that way. All right, so by saying that, I want to say goodbye from now, and I hope that start from now. If you can do me a favor, if you want to improve your English, especially listening, just spend 15 minutes a day to listen to a short clip, 3 to 5 minutes, and understand it. Understand what is it. 80%, 90%, you understand that. Okay, cool. Then move to the next topic, the next clip, and do the same thing. Just 3 to 5 minute clip, my friends. You can start like how to introduce myself in English. You can say how to do shopping in English, how to apply job in English. But find the clip duration is 3 to 5 minutes only. Okay, that's good. Okay. Alright, guys, I will say bye from now, and then I hope that you can get something from my sharing. And good luck for your journey of learning. I don't know how you feel, but if you are here with me to listen to my sharing, I know that you love English. So make it stronger. Make it stronger. You will feel good about yourself when you learn something, right? Especially a language. So always learning anything is fun. Learning anything is good for us. Better you know than you don't know. Okay. All right. Take care, everyone, and I will see you next time. Okay. See you. Bye bye.